Hey everyone, in this video we're going to talk about Shilajit, which is a very popular nootropic that's very effective at improving testosterone levels, helping your sleep, your energy levels, and even help you with your body composition and working out. This is the purified Shilajit in the capsule form. So each capsule you can see is relatively small. It says on the bottle to only take 250 milligrams once per day. And here's what it looks like. You can't really see, it's like this dark brown kind of texture. Doesn't taste that great. Overall, I would rate this nootropic 7 out of 10, but stay tuned to the end of the video because I'll share with you some nice nootropics that can go well with Shilajit to make a good stack to better yourself. The known dosage across the board seems to be 300 milligrams to 500 milligrams per day, but the way in which I'm taking it is I'm taking 400 milligrams twice per day, and I do feel all the effects. It's not like I feel any side effects or any irritability from taking too much of it. And then as you browse through on examine.com, what you can actually see is that some of the studies show that the subjects were using up to 2 grams of Shilajit per day, whereas some of the studies shown, like this one over here, is shown that it does improve levels of testosterone. The study dose was only taking 200 milligrams of Shilajit. So what does that mean? In essence, that's good news knowing that this stuff is relatively safe. It's not something you should be too concerned with as far as interactions, but of course be mindful about that. Come to think of it like a natural herbal nootropic. It's not man-made, it's not synthetic. So what that means is, along with helping you with cognition, it's going to really help you with inflammation, should help you with your lipid profile, and even help with diabetes. And I'm going to make a nice breakdown of all the benefits right here, because what's so positive about this nootropic is not only is it applicable for men, but applicable for females as well, as it can do some nice things like improve your skin health and your hair quality. Taking the research and the studies aside, from me, my personal experience with this nootropic is such that I feel definitely more energetic when I'm taking it. And for that reason, I'm using one of my servings pre-workout. I'm noticing I'm having a slightly better workout. I'm having better endurance. And this nootropic seems to be especially useful when you're fasting. It's such that I'm somebody that intermittent fasts, so I have my feeding window at the end of the day. And when I take Shilajit a couple times during the time that I'm fasting, I feel like I have less irritability, I'm definitely more calmer, and I have almost like a suppressed appetite. So this nootropic, you pretty much just feel healthier, you feel more well-rounded, you feel like your cognition's good, your memory's good, you're able to focus on those most important activities. It's just not as effective as some other nootropics out there. But what's so is, because it's a somewhat calming nootropic, what makes Shilajit special is that it's not something which is going to demotivate you, versus let's compare it to something like ashwagandha, or let's compare it to something like lion's mane. And those two nootropics are very popular for keeping you calm, keeping you in a state of presence, resourcefulness, even being somewhat spiritual. But what's so is with those nootropics, a lot of people report that they feel a drop in libido. Some people feel a drop in motivation. With this nootropic, no, you feel more energetic and at the same time somewhat calmer. So for that reason, I like it, but I have found that you need to really take a lot for it to be useful. But it wasn't until I worked my way up and I megadosed it, you can say, of taking 1 gram twice a day, and then I could really tell the effects were working, and it was such that this nootropic became an integral part of my stack. And it's something that can nicely go with most nootropic stacks out there, because you won't really find that it can do anything to increase your heart rate or make you question whether the stuff is safe. It feels pretty good. You feel relatively healthy while you're taking it, and it's a nice, you can say, household nootropic. That's something a lot of people I can see recommending their parents to take, like fish oil. Let's now take a look at some of the researched benefits. And first would be fixing a low testosterone level. This is a bit tricky because most of the studies were done in infertile men, but it has been my experience that by taking Shilajit, I'm experiencing better libido, so better sex drive, and better workouts as far as muscle mass is concerned and pushing more weight. And the studies do show that. As far as signs of low testosterone, those can include low sex drive, hair loss, loss of muscle mass, general fatigue, and increased body fat. And in one study, there was male volunteers between age 45 and 55. Half the participants were given placebo, half were given 250 milligrams of purified Shilajit twice per day. And after 90 days, the study was very clear, showing that the group that was receiving the purified Shilajit had a significantly higher testosterone level compared to the placebo group. Benefit number 2 would be healing, in some capacity, chronic fatigue syndrome, which is a long-term condition that pretty much causes for like extreme tiredness, thinking, being awake but not really being awake, not being productive, always feeling the need to take a nap, or just feeling low energy overall. And it can make it really difficult to get to work or do everyday activities. So what's so is that researchers have found that Shilajit supplements can actually reduce the symptoms of chronic fatigue syndrome. Benefit number 3 would be with aging, because what's so is with Shilajit, it does contain a lot of good healthy properties. It can improve your heart health, health, and also contains a very neat, rich acid called fulvic acid, which is a strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. And because of this, it's been shown in research to potentially help with aging. Benefit number 4 would be helping people with some sort of iron deficiency, because what's shown is that in Shilajit supplements, it actually may gradually increase iron levels. And if you're unfamiliar with what the symptoms of an iron deficiency, what they are is you should experience some sort of fatigue, like weakness, even cold hands and feet, headaches, and an irregular heartbeat. So because of this, just be mindful of that. If you're somebody who is experiencing already having high levels of iron or questionably higher iron levels, then I would stay away from Shilajit. Most people look to increase their iron intake by eating foods like red meat, beans, peas, dark green leafy vegetables. However, with the supplement, you may not have to. So for most people, this is a good thing. Shilajit has been proven to be a safe supplement when it comes to male infertility. It's been shown in studies to help with total sperm count and sperm motility. And furthermore, it's important to note that Shilajit has many other benefits as far as your general health and well-being. There's benefits with heart health, there's benefits, its effects on preventing or slowing down the progression of Alzheimer's disease. A common misconception about this nootropic is that it's used only to improve male sexual health, but there's research showing there's a lot of health benefits that this herb has on women specifically, such as regulating menstruation, boosting immunity, promoting bone growth, the general maintenance of good skin health, and reducing inflammation. And here's the really great news is if you were to ask about the side effects of Shilajit, there's really none which are too commonly reported. Some users can experience some irritability as well as some dizziness, but this is not too commonly reported. And this goes for most herbal nootropics out there. It's such that 10 to 20% of people are just not going to respond too favorably, but this is a very safe nootropic. Be mindful that there are different forms of taking Shilajit, and it's commonly reported if somebody does have any severe reaction, it's because they are taking the raw form of Shilajit, which is why I personally would recommend, if you do choose to take this nootropic, take it in the powder form or the capsule form, but of course don't try anything new in your supplement regimen without consulting first with your GP. These videos are purely educational. And then the part that a lot of you have been waiting for is what nootropics can go nicely with Shilajit to make a good, nice overall stack. And the two which come to mind for me are ashwagandha, the KSM 66, as well as Tongkat Ali. Ashwagandha KSM 66, come to think of it like a nootropic to take for like presence, feeling calm, feeling like you have a really good relationship to your work and your overall life. And Tongkat Ali is a very, very powerful herb, specifically at boosting male testosterone levels as well as giving you more energy. It's effective not over for the course of the day, but pre-workout. So I find that these three nootropics can work really well. And that's the way I'm going to end off this video, is with an insertion of another video I've made on Tongkat Ali. It's incredibly effective. Be sure to check out that video as well as other videos on this channel. Subscribe, give this video a like, comment below, and follow me across social media, and I will look forward to seeing you all next time. I appreciate everyone's support so much. Take care, guys. For a couple of months, and just one dose per day of about 200 to 300 milligrams, like once in the morning, seems to really be effective at improving your energy levels, even increasing your testosterone levels. And there's a lot of cognitive improvements that I've personally experienced through taking Tongkat Ali. So in this video, you learned about my experience. We'll address